Hey everybody, I'm back. It's Miss Cathy. Glad to have you here with us. I hope you all are joining in on our virtual activities. I know Miss Veronica and Mr. Jonathan have some really good things going on, so check us out. Today we're gonna do a real quick activity, but before we get started, to kind of lighten the mood, I have a joke for you. Are you ready? What is a snowman called during the month of July? A puddle. Okay. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our activity. So what we're going to do today is a little bit of brainstorming, and we're going to put it down on paper. I'm the kind of person that I like to doodle, and just that's how my thought process is. And so this is a way for you to get all those thoughts in your head kind of put on one spot and a little bit more organized. So we're going to focus today, though, on possible career paths for you. So some of you might be really young, some of you might be on your way into high school or about to graduate next year, and you're starting to wonder what you're gonna do. So we're gonna work on that and see how we can put it all together for you to kind of give you some ideas and a path that you can take to get there. So the first thing you're gonna do is you should have your plain white piece of paper and a pencil. That's all you need for this, real simple. And in the middle of your paper, I want you to draw a fairly small circle, nothing fancy. And at the top of it, you're gonna write things I like to do. Whoops. And I'm gonna make sure I spell it correctly. Like to do. And then inside that circle, I want you to write things you like to do. So for me, I know I like to read. So I'm gonna put reading. I like to go outside. And do different things outside. I'm real interested in taking care of our planet, taking care of the earth, so I'm gonna write that down. Music, I love music. And art, I like working with kids. I like you guys. I can't wait for y'all to come back. That's gonna be awesome. So those are just a few of the things that I like. So you go ahead, take your time, list as many as you want to. Just go ahead and put them in that little circle. And then when you're done with that, we're gonna make what's called a web. So you're gonna learn that from this, there's things that branch off of there, just like a spider web, everything's connected. So we're gonna find out how all these things that you like to do can turn into possible careers. So I'm looking at all of them that I have written down, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make a line, and then I'm gonna make another little circle. And with kids, one of the possible careers with kids is teacher. So I'm going to put that in the circle. And then there's all different kinds of teachers. There's health teachers, school, regular school, so your elementary, high school teachers. So you can go ahead and write that down. Even if you want to later on down the road, you could teach at a university. So I'm going to write university down. And then I'm just going to put little circles around those too. So this is all connected. It's our little web. Okay? So that's one idea. What else do I have on my paper? I have I have reading. So reading, I'm gonna make a line this way. And with reading, I think of the library. Library is a good place for you to go and get resources and obviously some books if you like to read. So I could work at a library, be a librarian. And I know at a lot of libraries too, they have programs that deal specifically with kids, so I could be a children's librarian if I wanted to. So I'm gonna write that down too, and just make a little circle around that. So our web is getting bigger, but it's all connected to those things in the middle that you like to do. So I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna go out this way, and as I look at my paper, I remember I talked to you about liking the planet, caring for the earth. So some things related to that would be recycling, that's important. I talked about being a teacher, so one thing that's connected over here, I'm gonna connect a line over here, I could be an environmental education teacher. So I'm gonna put that down, and you can abbreviate. You don't have to write out the whole word, but just do the best that you can. Remember, this is just brainstorming, doodling, writing things down, just getting ideas about possible things you can do for careers. And I'm gonna make little circles around those. There's also a lot of things to do outside, because I put on here that I like to go outside that are also related to the planet. So like camping, I could be a camp director or work at a campground. So that's going to be my last one. So all these things are connected, and you can see it makes like a little web. So this is what mine looks like right now. So like I said, I have the little circle in the middle, and I just have all the things off of there that are connected to that. So, and this is all from things that I just like to do. So there's lots of possibilities, and you'll see that on your paper as well. I'm sure you're like, wow, I didn't know that that was an option. So keep working on it and make it bigger. And then eventually what you can do is when you finally find one that you really want to focus on, then you can take that one and start making little goals and trying maybe what can I do now to get me there. So for example, if I wanted to work at a library, maybe I could go to the library and visit with the librarians and say, hey, what did you guys do? What kind of schooling did you have to take to become a librarian? And talk to different people about what they're doing, and then start setting small goals for yourself. Maybe go out and volunteer. If you like working with food, you can go volunteer at a food pantry. Especially now, you know, a lot of people are looking for some extra help, but you gotta be safe. Make sure you're safe and you get your parents' permission if that's something that you decide to do, okay? But this was just a little activity for you, for all those thoughts in your head, to get them down on paper and kind of focus yourself more and help you get to where you wanna go. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun being here with you guys. I can't wait to see you next time. Again, ta-ta.